And then lying down on your back for a couple moments just to shake out the legs to release any tension in the back. You might like to extend the legs to the sky and hit them. Maybe they've fallen asleep. And we'll meet on our backs. So joining me in Supta Baddha Konasana, reclined butterfly pose. Bring the bottoms of the feet together, rest your hands on your belly, close your eyes. For those of you that prefer not to use the Ujjayi pranayama, you do your thing, but if you are of the mind that you like it, start to activate a subtle restriction on the back of the throat. Big inhales to exhales matching. Inhale for 2. 1. Exhale 2. 1. Inhale for 3. 2. 1. Exhale 3. 2. 1. Inhale 3. 2. 1. Exhale 3. 2. 1. One last time. And then use your hands to bring your knees together. Give yourself a hug and make small circles on the back. Take them one direction and then the other, and as you do this, where are your hands? Are they on the knees? Are they on the thighs? And why did you choose to put them like that? Stopping movement, take the arms out wide, let the knees fall to the left, let your eyes come to the right. Bring your eyes through center, let the knees fall to the opposite side, control the extension. So the concept of a watcher is that when we practice yoga, there is detachment. We care deeply about the shapes and yet not at all. They are just another way to get to know ourselves better. Draw those knees through center, extend the legs, and roll over onto your belly. Tenting the fingers off the mat, glue your nails to the ground. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, release your belly, release your ribs, release your chin. Inhale, chin, ribs, belly. Exhale, belly, ribs, chin. Planting the palms, striking back, meeting me in a downward dog. Maybe pawing the earth with the feet, pedaling one leg and then the other. Again, imagine the breath were the puppeteer and this body, it moves because the breath tells it to. The difference between mastery and performance is that mastery is coming from the inside. It's not about what your neighbors are up to. It's not competitive. It's a self-reflection. Performance is ego and competition. Eyes forward, step, walk, float to the top. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bow. Stand tall, touch your roof. Release your arms. Close your eyes, samastitihi. Sama equals stitihi, steady. This is the blueprint of all the other postures. And again, 2021, what's your word? Put it in your belly, put it in your postures. Surya Namaskara A, inhale up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Step, walk, float back, chaturanga, live there for a moment. Roll over the toes, lift the heart. Slide back, downward dog. So take a few moments to set up camp. And then once your tent is all set up, you got your tarp set up, then land. Imagining there is a pearl at the pelvic floor. It's a gentle hugging up, a support. Completing your exhale, eyes forward, top of the mat. Lift your heart. Fold. Stand tall, touch your roof. Release your arms. Inhale up. Exhale, fold with reverence. Inhale, lengthen. Step, walk, float back, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, urdhva mukha. Exhale, adho mukha, slide back, commitment through the arms and the legs. Take a look at the arches of the feet, and you might need to corkscrew the edge of the heel down to lift the arch. Hollow your belly, eyes forward, top of the mat. Lengthen. Compress. Stand tall, quads up. Release the arms. Last one, up. Fold. Lift your heart. Step, walk, float back, chaturanga. This is a practice. Ride your inhale, show me your heart. Slide back, downward facing dog. Set your eyes so the drishti, the gazing point, either between the ankles, the knees, the belly. And why? Because it gives us a focal point. It trains the attention. Eyes forward, step, walk, fly. Lengthen. Bow. Stand tall, reach up. Release the arms. Bending into the knees, arms up. Fold in half, chest to thighs. Lengthen. Step, walk, float back, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, ride it up. Exhale, take it back. Lift your right leg up. Full exhale steps it through. Inhale, up. Warrior two. Exalted warrior. Hands to the earth, chin leads the way, low push up. Ride it up, pinky toe down. Strike back. The left leg lifts. Step it through. Reach up. Open wide. Flip it. Hands to the earth, chin leads the way. Chaturanga, ribs in. Spinal extension. Downward facing dog, firm arms, firm legs. So a master has a great high level of skill, prowess, dexterity. A master isn't just a master of downward dog, they're a master of living. Hollow your belly, eyes forward, top of the mat. Lift your chest, hollow your belly, bow. Sit on your throne, it's where you belong. Stand tall. Bend your knees, arms up. Bow in, chest to thighs. Lengthen. Step walk, float back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Big inhale lifts you up. Exhale back. Right leg up. Step it through. Arms up. Open wide. Exalted warrior. Hands to the floor, elbows tight, low push-up. Stretch it up. Slide back. The left foot lifts. Place it between the hands. Reach up. Open wide. Flip it. Hands to the earth, eyes forward, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha. Exhale, Adho Mukha, downward dog. This is a rhetorical question, but what's happening in your abdomen? What is on the stage wings of your consciousness? What have you never noticed? This practice is about repetition, but done in a sacred way. Eyes forward, top of the mat. Lift your heart. Bow. Sit on your throne, arms up. Stand tall. Adding on, bend the knees, arms up. Fold in, forehead to shins. Lengthen. Step walk, float back, Chaturanga, smile the clavicles. Big inhale peels you up. Exhale back. Lift your right leg up. Step it through. Arms up. Open wide. Flip it. Extended side angle, take your elbow to your knee or your hand inside or outside your foot. The drishti, the gazing point, is to the palm in the sky if the arms are open. Otherwise, it's over your left shoulder. Land in the physical body to unravel thought. Forget your sex, your job, your worries, and just be breathing. Eyes down, hands down, Vasisthasana, side plank on the left. Some of you might take that right leg up. Some of you might step it down. It's early. Nice, Basti. Nicely done. Release the posture, hands down, chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha. Exhale, Adho. Paw your hands to your feet. Catch your big toes, Padangustasana. Inhale, lengthen, clear the abdomen. Drop it down low. Take your seat over your heels, drop your head. Pelvic floor, that pearl, that sacred power plug. Inhale to lengthen. Meet me in a squat for 3 handstand hops to the top, or just get to the top. Plant and hop 1. Plant and hop 2. Plant and hop 3. Inhale, lengthen. Bow. Touch your roof, look up. Release your arms. Take a step out with your right foot for triangle facing the back. Slide your hips, take the shin, the ankle, the toe, top arm up. Like you're leaning against an old ancient wooden door with both your shoulders. What's real is your feet and your hands. Masterfully, eyes down, Ardha Chandrasana, half moon, rise up. Some of you might catch the hip, some of you might bend the leg in the sky, catching the ankle. This is a rhetorical question, but tell me about the bottom of your exhale. Untangle this, take this into a standing split. Activate the glute in the sky. Option to catch the ankle or take 3 little handstand hops. Bow in, articulate the leg in the sky. Take the posture that gives you the most amount of clarity. Release the fingertips to the earth. Take a big step back. Drop the left knee, straighten the right. Option 1, half split. Option 2, full Hanuman. The watcher, the drashtu, take a little peek at your face. It's like a poker face. A friend of mine says it's remaining in character. Returning to a lunge, option to step back into downward dog or catch your right shin for a one-legged crow and hopping that left foot up, maybe a little pop, maybe a vinyasa back, and we'll meet downward facing dog. Beautiful. Option child's pose, option dolphin pose, or option forearm stand. You might use a wall. You might like your hands in a headstand base. You might flirt with taking the legs into eagle. But you take your choice, you land, you breathe. With a watchful eye, tenderness, and come all the way down. Sit back, Balasana Child's. Surrender. And what's it like to be breathing? If you've ever watched a baby, their entire body breathes. Next, inhale all fours. Down dog. Reach your left leg up. Place it between your hands. Reach up. Bend your elbows, thread the right arm under for Garudasana Eagle. Shift it forward and wrap your foot. Nice and low in the hips. So the mythology of an eagle is that they see their own trappings. They have no predators. They rule the sky. They have the ability to see 2 kilometers in any direction. Wherewithal, insight, airplane, open it up, nice open chest. And step open for Prasarita A, pigeon toe the feet, catch your waist, look up. Fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bow, crown of the head to the earth. If you want to go upside down, by all means. But again, watch. And then who is the watcher? Like if you could literally just observe this body. Looking good. If the feet are up, gently put them down. Gently inhale, lengthen. Catch the waist. Stand up. And then taking a bound triangle, pivot the right toes forward. You could take a regular triangle, take a bend into the front knee, tangle up the arms like a side angle bind, and then straighten the right leg. So modify, it could be a regular triangle, it could be side angle with a bind. Untangle this shape for twisted triangles. Square your hips. Take your left hand to the pinky toe edge, right hand to the lower back or the sky. Eyes down, hands down, standing split. And then take that left knee and lower it to the pinky toe edge for a seated twist, or some of you might take a side crow. Hook your left elbow over your right knee, spin it open. You could plant those palms gorgeous and fly. Clear the digestive tract as you roll it open. 3, 2, 1. If you're flying, release your bottom, coming forward, Navasana boat. 10 V-snaps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Vinyasa, feet back, Chaturanga. Urdhva, crack open the heart. Adho, slide back. Lift your left leg up. Step it through. Reach up. Warrior two. Exalted. Extended side angle, elbow to knee, hand inside or outside the foot. Drishti, gaze either on the palm or over the right shoulder. Tie a weight to your exhale. Tell me about the back foot. Plant your right palm, Vasisthasana, side plank on the right. You might step a foot down, you might reach a foot up. Eyes down, hands down, Chaturanga. Big Urdhva Mukha. Adho Mukha, slide back. Paw your hands to your feet. Take a bend into the knees and slide your hastas, your hands under your padas. Inhale, lengthen. Fold. To become a master is a reference point from the inside. It's driven by curiosity on how to be more at peace, more graceful. To be a performance-based person is looking at the accolades, the revenue, what everyone else is doing. Performance is short-lived. Mastery has longevity. Inhale, lengthen. Meeting me in a little squat. So this will be crow to headstand, back to crow and down. If you're working with a lotus, you could take that, but you could stay in malasana. So we tip it forward to pick those feet up. Widen the feet to potentially lower the head. Perhaps you feel like you could extend those legs up. For some of you, you'll tangle it up in a Padmasana, a lotus, or you'll take a diamond shape. Hooking the knees on the backs of the arms to pick it back up, Bakasana. And release the feet, Malasana. 3 little handstand hops to the top, or meet me at the top. Hop 1, hop 2, hop 3. Inhale, lengthen. Bow. Stand tall, reach up. Release the arms. Take a step out with your left foot, Trikonasana facing the left. Glide and find your posture. What are you aware of? In fact, where are the eyes? With prowess, eyes down, Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. So learn from what happened last time. So if you felt unstable, maybe you know you need a block. If you felt really stable, maybe you take it and make it a little more wild. Eyes down, hands down. Take a standing split. Some of you might catch an ankle. Some of you might take little handstand hops for 3, 2, 1. Take a massive step back for a half split or a full. Stay in character. So the ways that we break character are getting up to grab a glass of water, or moving our props around, or fixing our underwear. And there's nothing wrong with it. It just means we've broken that flow of meditation. Take a lunge back into this front knee. You could take a step back to down dog, but you could hook your left shin for a one-legged crow vinyasa. Yeah, looking good. Option 1, stay as you are. Option 2, child's. Option 3, handstand, with or without a wall. So you have options and have agency for yourself. What's your best option? If you're upside down and feeling confident, you might tangle up the limbs. Maybe eagle. Maybe split. Yeah, come all the way down, sit back unless you're having a heyday, balasana, child. You probably don't remember yourself a year ago, but take yourself back there and see how far you've come. That's worth a celebration. Next, inhale, all fours. Down dog. Lift your right leg up. Step it through. Arms up. Bend your elbows, thread the left arm under, wrap the back leg around, sink low, Garudasana. Airplane pose, crack it open, shoulder blades drawn together. And then super gently step open, Prasarita C, looking good. Flip your toes, arms float. Tangle up the arms, take a bend into the knees, expose your heart and roll forward. Hands reaching for the earth. Round the upper back. Imagine that I was there with you, tipping you forward, taking those hands farther down. Go for it, touch the earth. Nice Carolyn. Gorgeous, a big inhale stands you up. Arms float open and we'll come into the middle splits or frog. Hands to the ground, maybe drop to the knees. Some of you might take the legs wide for middle splits. Without shifting or changing anything, what have you just done with your hands? And was that an absent-minded thing, or did you do it purposefully? Slowly climbing your way out of this, returning to a wide-legged shape. Inhale to lengthen. Catch your waist. Stand up. A bound Trikonasana, you could take a regular one, flip the left toes forward, bind behind the back. Maybe it's a side angle, maybe it's a Trikonasana, maybe it is a full bound triangle. Roll the top shoulder open like you're leaning against a church door. Untangle the arms, Parvrita Trikonasana, twisted triangle. Inhale, lengthen. Take your right hand to the pinky toe edge, roll the chest open, pivot the diaphragm, the lungs. Give me more, what's possible? Eyes down, hands down, a standing split. Reach that foot in the sky and then take the right knee and lower it to the pinky toe edge. Drop your seat, Ardha Matsyendrasana. Reach the left hand behind the back, hook your right elbow. Some of you might take side crow. If you're flying, release your flight. Come all the way through center, Navasana, and then 10 V-snaps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Vinyasa, step walk, float back. Lower. Stretch up, lift your heart. Take it back. Lift your right leg up. Right knee, right armpit. To the sky. Cross it over for fallen triangle or Vishvamatrasana. So some of you might catch the pinky toe edge of the foot with your left hand and take your foot forward. Otherwise, that right foot rests on the floor. Corkscrew it open for a flipped dog on the left. So some of us will leave that right foot in the sky. Some of you might flip it. Super gently, without using the right hand, step the right foot forward. Drop the back knee, reach the left arm up, hook it over deeply. Option 1, prayer. Option 2, the arms open as we extend out through the back heel. Manipulate the upper rib basket. The eyes come down, the hands come down for pigeon. I'd like a parallel shin, so we're preparing for flying pigeon or dragonfly. Option 1, rest on the forearms. Option 2, take your elbow to the sole of the foot and roll the chest open. Let's add a couple nollies. So no matter where you are, take an inhale. Exhale, hold yourself empty, hollow the belly, move your rib basket, manipulate the pelvis, and then breathe. You might do that a couple more times, retaining that exhale and then manipulating the hips and the ribs. So if you were to put a word in your shape, a word in your 2021, like what is it that you want? How do you want to feel? Untangle the posture as you crawl your way up for double pigeon, sitting over on the right hip and stack the shins. So taking a couple moments to send the sitting bones back and bowing, we call it Agni Stambhasana. Who is watching? And where are you conscious of? Is it a physical thing? Is it your breath? Is it the way you look? And broaden your scope. Become more curious. Coming all the way up, it's either a full lotus or a cross-legged position for a Victoria's Secret jump back. So here I am in lotus. You do not need to be in lotus. Standing up on the knees, the hands will wing out a little bit as you catch your elbows under the tissues of the breasts to float back. Lift it, lift it, lift it. Gorgeous. Downward dog. Nicely done. Reach your left leg up. Left knee, left armpit. To the sky. Cross it over, fallen triangle or Vishvamatrasana. So the foot either lowers to the earth, gorgeous, or you catch it. Crack open the heart, looking good. 3, 2, tell me about the pearl in the pelvic floor. 1. Corkscrew it open and maybe flip the dog. Reach that left leg up. It could be a 3-legged dog or a flip. Beautiful. Pull it through center to step your left foot forward and drop your right knee. Reach the right arm up, hook it over deeply, hands to prayer. Maybe they open and then fire up that back quad. Eyes down, hands down, pigeon in prep for flying pigeon or dragonfly. So the forearms come to the earth, option 1. Option 2, take your foot to the crease of the sole of your foot and open the ribs. How are you? Perhaps you integrate the Nali Kriya, clearing the abdomen. What are you conscious of? Where's your breath? Tip of the nose, bottom of the lungs. To be a master is to learn to live with more freedom, less desire to control anything that is not within your control. But what you can control is your asana practice and your thoughts. Rising up, double pigeon. Sitting over on the hips, stack the feet, flex them. Take the sitting bones back behind, and some of you will have the good fortune of coming forward. Stay in character. Tell me about your face. So to be more masterful on the mat, more dexterous, more present, more curious, it has to transcend the mat. Maybe staying just the way you are, or working a full Padmasana or some variation of a cross leg to pick it up for the Victoria's Secret vinyasa, unless you're doing a different one with lotus. Could be cross-legged or lotus. Pick it up, float it back, vinyasa. Stay in character. Notice if you just fell out of character, ask yourself why. Paw your hands back to your feet. Sit on your throne, Utkatasana. Bring your hands to your heart. Wrap your right foot over your left knee. Option 1, stay here. Some of you might work a dragonfly, so that same variation to plant the palms and fly. Some of you might catch your shin around your arm and lift up. 5. And untangle, sit on your throne, Utkatasana. Other side, wrap the shins, sitting bones back. Perhaps you plant them, maybe you wrap it, maybe you fly. 5. Lift it nice and high. And release your flight. Utkatasana. Uttanasana. Ardha. Walk yourself forward, downward dog. All the way through to a seat. Heron pose. Take the right leg, tuck it back, move the meat of the calf, and lift the long leg up. Bow in. This is from second series of Ashtanga Yoga. I love this pose. It's kind of a prep for leg behind the head. Inhale, lengthen. Release the pose and either go one-legged crow, Ashta, or I'll just cue you through Ashta. Take your right leg forward. Rock your hip. Maybe you stay there. Maybe you catch the knee on the back of the arm, pick it up, gazing to the toes. 3, 2, 1. Vinyasa, or extend those feet out in front and take a beat. Yes, nice, Jen. All the way back through to a seat. Beautiful. Crown Chasana, other side. Take the leg, tuck it back. Round your pelvis, lift your leg, bow in, point the toe. Inhale, lengthen. Release the leg for Ashtavakrasana. Some of you might go one-legged crow. Take the left leg forward, rock the hip. Perhaps you catch the knee on the back of the arm, cross the ankles, pick it up, look to the feet. 5, and Vinyasa. Somehow, some way, meet me in downward dog. So we're about to change directions. We're going to go into some back bends. Shifting your weight forward, come all the way down onto your belly. Shalambhasan A and B, tops of the hands on the earth, lift your chest. This is a 10 breath hold. Let the breath move you like a puppeteer. Plant your palms, squeeze your elbows together, chin up. 3, 2, 1, and release. Some of you might vinyasa, some of you might just set your cheek to one side. Parsva Dhanurasana. On our bellies, we'll come up Dhanurasana and then we'll go side to side. Catch your ankles, toes together, come up. Rock over, right shoulder, right hip, wide open throat, eyes back, kick firm. 3, 2, 1, come up and over. Other side, kick back. Tell me about your pubic bone, your tailbone. 3, 2, 1, come up and release. Everyone, downward dog. You could vinyasa to get there or just stretch back. Land. Ustrasana, camel. We'll do 3 of these. Deepen if you like. Take a break if you need. Catch the waist, you're 70% water, embody it. Take your tailbone forward, go back. Ustrasana, camel. All the way up. Option 1, child's. Option 2, traditional headstand. So you can anchor through the elbow joints and go upside down. You could take child's. lowering to the knees, second round, Ustrasana or Legovadrasana. So if you're working the deeper variation, go for it, track the thighs. Take your pubic bone forward, big, beautiful breath. Fill the whole space of where you're practicing, gorgeous. Drop the eyes, go for it, Rach. Track your quads, track your calves. Go, go, go. Big, full breath. 3, 2, 1. Scissor the thighs and rise. Second option for headstand, catch your elbow joints in front of your face, and then the head comes about 6 inches in front for you to go skyward. You could repeat what you've just done. You could take child's pose. Yeah. 3. Nice, Isabel. 2. 1, calm down. Stand up on the knees, beautiful work. Last one, Legovadrasana or Capo. Take your tailbone forward, go back. Show me how you're feeling yourself. You might take rest. Nice, Melisande. Yeah, 5. Notice if you tend to practice with an apprehension, or maybe you practice with 120% foot on the gas. 2. 1, beautiful, all the way up. So we'll clear this by jumping into crow. So you might just use Bakasana or little squat, but you might rest your knees on your thighs and hop to catch the crow to clear the spine. You might do little tiny hops to catch it. Come on, Basti, slow it down. 3, nice, Mel. 2, 1, vinyasa, feet back to lower. Stretch your abdomen, lift your heart. Downward dog. All the way through to a seat, Bharadvadrasana. Take your right leg back. Take your left leg over, we're almost home. Reach your hand behind your back to maybe catch your lotus toe, or the hand could rest behind the back. Taking your right hand to your left knee, eventually you thread the palm under the knee. Untangle for Marichi B. If you have a half lotus, keep it. Otherwise, the foot stays tucked under. Step your right foot forward. Taking a bind around that right knee joint. Reach the right arm forward. Tangle the hands. Looks good. Lift. Close. Lift up on the pearl of the pelvic floor. Inhale, lengthen. Release the shape. It's a vinyasa or a dandasana. So we can extend our legs, take a moment. Bharadvadrasana, nice, beautiful, Eva. Through. Take your left leg, tuck it back. Take the right leg, step it over. And there might be a lotus, maybe not crucial. Reaching the hand behind the back to potentially catch the lotus toe. If you have a lotus, you'll thread the hand under your knee. So Beautiful. Roll it open. 3, 2, 1. The eyes come forward, Marichi, A or B. Take your left foot, step it forward, keep the lotus or tuck it under. Reach that left arm forward, tangle the arms, inhale, lengthen, bow. Inhale, lengthen. Release the shape. Let's all vinyasa. So step walk, float back, lower. Rise up, show me your heart. Downward dog. So this next little bit before we close is from third series. Step walk, float to the top. Anchor into the left foot, send the right leg back behind you, point it, and bring your hands to your heart. Maybe take the arms out wide, eyes down. Hands down, foot down. Halfway lift. Bow. Halfway lift, send your left leg back, point the toe, hands to the heart. Maybe wide. So I love in third series, he closes with this, like standing balances. How unorthodox. It translates as the ego burner, and it kind of forces us to do some things that are a little unusual. Could make our ego inflated, and then other days make our ego deflated. Hands down, foot down. Inhale, spring up, reach up. Release the arms. Natarajasana, dancer's pose. On your left leg, if you like to take king or strap it up, do that. Catch a hold of the right ankle and dance. Stand on everything you learned through 2021. There's symbolism. This practice is riddled with it. And release. 2021, what is this year for you? Anchor through the right, bend the left, dance. Right, we don't regress, and everything we've learned we start to incorporate. So trust the process, lift it higher, 3, 2, 1, release the shape, samastitihi. One last pose. We did this last time. So it's that three angled posture. So option 1, you'll be on your left foot, is to catch your knee and open your hip. Option 2, you can catch your toe and open your hip. Option 3, catch the pinky toe edge and the heel and take your foot out high to your ear. Remember, he claimed the world. He jumped over the ocean and the earth. He jumped over the demon so that he could claim and make sure everything was good and right in the world. And release, nice, Isabel. Other side, last one. Take the knee, open it wide, crack open the nut of the pelvis, catch the toe or grab your heel like sundial. And and release the pose, Samastiti. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Step walk, float back, chaturanga. Urdhva, rise up. Adho, slide back. All the way through to a seat and onto your back. Okay, we're almost there. This back bend is in honor of 2021 or 2020 and your biggest takeaway. Walk your feet in nice and close. Rise up, little bridge, full wheel. The person you've become, the hard lessons, three, two, one, and come down. Your word for 2021, if you have one, a feeling, a desire, push the floor away, go up. It's all about intention. And mastery is exactly that. It is not competition. It's not looking at the Joneses. It's looking in. Who was I yesterday? And all the way down. Grand finale for today. The person you want to be today. Push the floor away, go up. Last one. Walk it in, make it tight, make it brilliant. Smaller, smaller, walk it in. So if we want to have a wake up, all systems are engaged. And some days it's harder to coax the muse. Nice, Jen. That looks good. Couple more breaths. And come all the way down. Supta Baddha Konasana, like we started, hands on the belly. Everything is different now. Isn't that wild that within an hour everything could be so different? In a year, everything could be so different. Tuck your knees towards your belly. Give yourself a hug. Take the arms out wide. Knees to the left, eyes to the right. To be a master is to be curious about how you can live better. And it's easy to be a master when you feel happy and your business is really successful and everything's going great. But then how do we muster the courage to be a master when life feels a little turbulent? Knees through center, let them tumble to the opposite side, eyes over the opposite shoulder. Eyes through center, knees through center. Sarvangasana, shoulder stand, but some of you might choose to extend the legs up and slide a block under your hips. Otherwise, reach your legs to the sky. Reach high, high, high through the leg bones. Yeah, you might like a block under your shoulders to support you. So this is the Queen Asana. She is not more important than the child, but her responsibility is greater. She has a whole kingdom. Beautiful. Feel a subtle internal rotation of the leg bones. From shoulder stand, moving to plow. Reach the toes overhead. Some of you might have the great fortune to intertwine the fingers behind your back. Reach those hands firmly to the floor. And then bend your knees, block out the sounds of my voice of the world. And then support your back, reach your legs to the sky. It might be a lotus position, it might be a diamond shape. You can extend the arms up. We've got Mahabandha, the royal lock. Bow in, contain it. And then tuck your knees in toward your belly. Wrap yourself up in a tiny little package. Give yourself a hug. Matsyasana, fish pose. Untangle to come down onto the back. Pop up onto the elbow joints. Expose the chest. Knees down. So if you have lotus, you're going to keep the lotus and hold the toes. Crank the heart open. 3. Higher, higher, higher heart. 2. 1. Lift your legs, lift your arms, palms touch, toes, fingers face the toes. Straighten those legs, Vasti. Straighten those legs. Dig deep. Gorgeous. 3. 2. 1. Untangle, come down. You might be happy just as you are, but I want to invite a headstand or a handstand or a forearm stand. You have about 2 minutes. So if you'd like to take a shoulder opener, a hip opener, do as you please. Traditional headstand would be really lovely, or maybe one from second. Slowly, steadily rising up. So the king, he is not more important than the child or the eagle, but he has greater responsibility. And isn't it interesting that it comes at the end of the practice when we need integrity and stability? Some of you might even lift your head up off the earth to take a headless headstand. Toning the outer glutes and reaching up through those legs. Make it a declaration, a statement. Make it sacred. And for those of you that like to practice a pike, you could slide your bottom back, feet toward the windows, hollow the belly. Nice, all the way back up and all the way down. Sit back, Balasana, child's pose. Home sweet home.